Hi John. How are you?
Hey Robert. I am splendid, just wrapping things up here at work. How is everything with you?
Not so great, I am afraid.
Just why is that?
Last week was my birthday and I didn't feel very well waking up that morning. I went downstairs for breakfast hoping my wife would be pleasant and say, "Happy birthday," and possibly have a present for me.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. So what happened?
She barely said good morning, let alone happy birthday.
Unbelievable. I can't imagine my wife doing that to me. Especially on my birthday.
Well, that's marriage for you, but the kids will remember. My kids ate breakfast and didn't say a word.
Wow. That's quite hectic. I bet you left for the office feeling pretty low and somewhat despondent.
That's exactly right. As I walked into my office, Jane the secretary said, "Good morning, boss. Happy birthday." It felt a little better that at least someone had remembered.
Well, that's brilliant that Jane had acknowledged your birthday. She just loves to have lunch with the employees. What a wonderful girl.
Well, I worked until 1 o'clock and then Jane came up to me and said, "You look a little down, and it's your birthday. I'll tell you what. Let's go out to lunch. Just you and me."
How considerate of her. Jane is such a great sport. How delightful.
We went to lunch. But we didn't go where we normally would go. We dined instead at a little place with a private table. We had 2 martinis each and I enjoyed the meal tremendously.
Well, I am sure it was a wonderful experience, Robert.
Oh, absolutely. But then we started to head back to the office, and on the way back to the office, Jane said, "You know, it's such a beautiful day. We don't need to go back to the office. Do we, Robert?"
Well, how did you respond?
I responded, "I guess not. What do you have in mind?" And then she said, "Let's go to my apartment."
Really? Did you end up going to her apartment?
After arriving at her apartment, Jane turned to me and said, "Boss, if you don't mind, I'm going to step into the bedroom for a moment. I'll be right back." I nervously replied, "Okay, Jane, I will be right here."
Well, Robert, I know that you were unhappy that morning, and that she lured you to her apartment, but your wife definitely would not like to hear this story.
Oh, John. It gets worse. She went into the bedroom and, after a couple of minutes, she came out carrying a huge birthday cake. Followed by my wife, my children, and dozens of my friends, all singing, "Happy birthday."
And what happened?
I just sat there. On the couch. Naked.